Hello everyone and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Then's why Hope and Steffi's rearmost dockets aren't hitting plus. Did hell iterate over? What did Liam do? It's fluently accessible why Hope and Steffi are the focus of what seems like a rejuvenation of the Forrester versus Logan war. The two women are fierce and redoubtable. As a perk, they begrudge the hell out of each other. Still, their rearmost dockets aren't hitting as hard as they should. In the Monday, July 22 occasion of the Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi communicated her anti-Logan sentiments. As for Hope, she tried to challenge Steffi's thinking that there was no way she could hurt her. Latterly, she hit on Finn with no visible evidence of success. Steffi's Logan, free harangues for the last many weeks. Steffi has blustered against the Logan family's applicability or presence at Forrester. She tried to get relief of hope for the future. She rallied against Brooke getting her co-CEO, and any chance she gets, she goes off on Hope in the family. And unlike the history, it's passing in a not-so-subtle way. Obviously, we get why she'd beanty Logan. Their families have a lot of bad blood between them. Yet, at some point, you'd suppose Steffi would just ignore the annoyances of working with family you didn't choose and get on with the business at hand. After all, she has a company Toko run. And while she should be bothered about the future of AFTF, why gemstone the boat by trying to exclude it altogether? Concentrate on Forrester, taking down Sheila, and her hubby's passions for his birth mama. Oh, and don't keep allowing anything about the Logans. Hope's Finn interest. What was going on with Hope? She was in lingerie, hitting on Finn. Principally, she told Finn she had a crush on him, and tried her stylish to throw him off his game. She wanted to get a favorable response out of him, and he didn't budge. Yes, Finn stayed ice-cold wave when it came to protecting off Hope's advances. It was delightful to actually see him call out Hope's provocations at one point. Where she had better luck was formerly he set about Sheila was released. That's a content where they partake analogous opinions. This time around, Finn had the sense enough to admit he was cautious of Sheila as a whole. But now that he realized the police had let her go, he could admit to wondering what motive Sheila had to kill Tom and Hollis. He admitted he wouldn't visit Sheila and that he'd cleave to what his woman asked of him. Actually, Finn should have walked out the door once he saw Hope in the lingerie making the moves on him. But commodity continually averted him from leaving, including the news that the police released Sheila from their guardianship. They questioned her but saw no reason to officially arrest her. Liam Spencer joins Steffi's campaign, scores brownie points. This week on will declare his love for Steffi Forrester for the umpteenth time by joining her campaign to have an innocent woman arrested. And they say chivalry isn't dead. Keep reading to find out what's coming up next on B and B. Sheila Carter will be released from police guardianship this week, and a free woman. Indeed, on detergents, the Bobbies need some kind of substantiation to charge someone with murder, and Steffi Forrester's hunch doesn't cut it. There's literally nothing tying Sheila to Tom Howard and Hollis' deaths. The Bold and the Beautiful Liam Spencer stands by his dream woman. Indeed, though the LAPD cleared Sheila from their suspect list, Steffi won't accept defeat. According to B and B spoilers, Steffi could go overalt Baker's head and call in the bigger ordinance. B and B spoilers, Liam Spencer joins Steffi's campaign. Scores brownie points. She must have some connections nearly that can press Baker to charge Sheila with murder. On the other hand, Steffi could indeed go as far as to tamper with substantiation or pay off a substantiation. Meanwhile, Finn will be affrighted that Steffi is laboriously trying to put his innocent mama behind bars. Liam Spencer will be thrilled to step by and support Steffi's campaign. Neither of them watch if Sheila is actually shame-faced of this crime. A life behind bars could make up for all of the other crimes she has gotten down with over the times. B spoilers. Finn Finnegan eventually slips up. Liam has been staying months for Finn to slip up, so he could prove his fidelity to Steffy Forrester. It's eventually Liam's time to shine. Thomas Paris wedding at risk. Hope's ex makes a surprising return single. The bold and the beautiful spoilers revealed Thomas Forrester and Paris Buckingham were celebrating their engagement news with pure joy in the last occasion. Paris was thrilled about getting Mrs. Forrester, but it's surprising that the show decided to change course and shoot her back to France without tying the knot with Thomas. The question is why? The bold and the beautiful spoilers. The sudden about-face seems strange. Eric Forrester sounded to be acting as if the marriage was just around the corner, especially with Thomas formally making plans to have it at the Forrester estate. Suckers were left confused when Thomas, Paris, and Douglas Forrester suddenly left, leaving the story hanging. Steffy Forrester argued that Thomas wasn't rushing into marriage with Paris, despite rushing into an engagement, thankful he was over Hope. It doesn't make sense, given how important Thomas has talked about wanting a woman. With the show putting the espousal on hold, we've our debates about whether this marriage will indeed be. B spoilers. Was there indeed a real engagement? It appears that Thomas' return with Paris was further about exhibiting his new relationship in front of Hope Logan and prevailing her to move on. With Hope now leaning towards John, Finn Finnegan, Thomas, and Paris getting wedded seems gratuitous, making one wonder if there was ever a real engagement at all. This takes down the drama, so maybe the show has a different plan in mind. It would be more interesting if Thomas returned home agonized and alone, which could surely have happened were Thomas faking effects with Paris, and indeed Douglas was prevaricated too. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Is the marriage indeed still on? Thomas may need to face the verity that Hope was correct about him rushing into a new relationship on the Answer. Everyone knows Answer connections don't work. Issues could arise between Thomas and Paris due to the hasty engagement and Thomas's moping passions for Hope. Will Thomas cancel the marriage and try to win Hope back ultimately, or will he keep making plans with Paris? This implicit turn of events could formally again gemstone Hope's world, especially if she has formally moved on with Finn or someone differently. Our prognostications suggest that Hope's love life will continue to be important in the forthcoming months, so make sure to keep up with her plot. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say that if there's anything that suckers have learned about Hope Logan in this fictional city of Los Angeles, it's that she's someone who always tries to get her way, indeed when she knows that she can't. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. Hope Logan turns into the worst, and that's exactly what she seems to be doing as she's toying with Finn's passions. Indeed, though Hope's own mama Brooke Logan told her to keep down from him. Still, during the rearmost occasion of the bold and the beautiful, Hope worked overtime in order to allure Finn. At one point, Finn asked about her migraines, with Hope responding that she's feeling more now thanks to his magic. Still, Hope keeps flirting with Finn indeed, though he specifically says that he's going to go home to his woman. Steffy Forrester, if that weren't enough. But Hope tells him that utmost men would presumably do the contrary of what he's asking her to do. Easily, Hope is going to do whatever it takes to win over Finn. Indeed, if she doesn't end up staying with him long-term. Numerous B suckers sure did have a lot to say about this scene on social media. And let's just say that numerous weren't too pleased. Some indeed reflected with, Bradley Bell if you want the show to get better in the conditions, and the demographic sense also put Thomas and Hope back together platoon Thope forever. The bold and the beautiful spoilers. What's next for Hope Logan? Another addict wrote, Hope, just know, she was thirsty AF and Finn saw right through her. Rather of admitting defeat, she doubled down and looked further ridiculous. There really is no chemistry there at all. And also there was this comment as well, Hope is awful. She just wants another woman's man. The moment she has him, however, she's going to move on to the coming bun, just like her mama.